Hey, welcome. We're going to talk about something that is a huge part of everyone's life, but sometimes it feels tricky to put into words. We're talking about mental health. And this whole explainer is designed to give you the tools and the language to get a better handle on it.
So let's start here. Does any of this sound even a little bit familiar? I bet it does. You might notice your mood just shifts. You feel edgy, exhausted, or just plain overwhelmed. And it's so important to know that these ups and downs are a totally normal part of life, especially during your teen years.
Okay, so when people use that phrase, mental health, what are we really talking about? Let's break it down into something that's actually simple and useful. At its core, mental health is really just about how you're thinking, how you're feeling, and how you handle all the little and big challenges that life throws your way. Think about it. It's not some separate thing from your physical health. It's a key part of your total well-being, just like eating food that makes you feel good or getting some exercise.
And here's why talking about this is such a game changer. Understanding what affects your mind is kind of like getting a superpower. Seriously, it helps you build this inner strength, this toolkit, that you can use to navigate the tough times with a lot more confidence.
All right, let's zoom in on the teen years specifically. If you've ever felt like your emotions are this giant roller coaster that you have zero control over, well, you are definitely not alone. And guess what? There are some very real biological reasons for that feeling.
So why is this time of life just so emotionally intense? It's a great question. And the answer is basically a mix of all these huge changes that are happening inside your body and in the world all around you at the same time.
Yeah, there are a few big players at work here. Your brain is going through a massive growth spurt. Hormones are all over the place, and friendships can get way more complicated. Plus, you're suddenly making more of your own decisions, and even your sleep habits can throw everything off balance.
So get this, you can literally think of your brain as being under construction. The part right behind your forehead, the part that's in charge of making good decisions and controlling your emotions, it's the last part to fully get wired up. That means the connections are still forming, which can make managing those really big feelings a little bit harder sometimes.
All these changes and all this construction can definitely lead to our next topic, stress. A good way to think about stress is as your body's built-in alarm system. It's there to protect you, but sometimes that alarm can get a little too sensitive.
Now, when that alarm goes off, your body usually defaults to one of four reactions. You might feel the urge to fight, get angry or frustrated, or maybe you're more of a flee person. You just want to avoid the problem completely. Sometimes you freeze and you just feel totally stuck. And then there's fawn, which is when you try to make everyone else happy just to make the stressful thing stop.
And here's the really crucial part. A little bit of stress can be a good thing. It can motivate you. But when that alarm system is blaring 24/7 and never shuts off, that's what we call chronic stress. And that's when it can start leading to things like anxiety, having zero motivation, or making it really hard to sleep.
So it's really helpful to know what your personal warning signs are when stress is starting to pile up. Things like not sleeping well or always feeling exhausted, maybe feeling anxious or sad most of the time, or just not wanting to do the things you used to love. These are all just signals from your body that you might need a little extra support. And the single most important thing you can do if you see these signs in yourself is to reach out. Seriously. Talking to a trusted adult is not a sign of weakness. It's actually a huge sign of strength and knowing yourself.
Okay, so now for the good news. This isn't just about challenges, it's about building your strength. You have the power to actively train your mind and become more mentally fit through something called resilience.
So what exactly is resilience? Well, put simply, it's your ability to bounce back when things get tough. It's not about avoiding problems. It's about learning how to get through them and recover. Think of it like an emotional muscle that you can actually train and make stronger over time.
So how do you build that muscle? Here are 4 really practical, powerful ways. Getting enough sleep is huge. That's when your brain actually processes all the emotions from the day. Moving your body, opening up about what you're feeling, and knowing when it's time to ask for help. These are all fundamental parts of that resilience toolkit. And let's be super clear about this. The goal here isn't to be happy all the time. That's just not possible for anyone. Good mental health is about learning how to recognize and manage all of your feelings, the good, the bad, and the just plain confusing, and knowing you have the strength to get through them.
So to wrap up, let's do a little reflection. Just take a second to think about this first question. What's your go-to stress reaction? Are you a fighter? A fleer? Just knowing your default setting is the first step to being able to change it.
Next, what are your personal warning signs?
You know, the little signals that tell you it's time to take a break. Maybe it's a headache, or feeling super irritable, or just wanting to be alone. Learning to spot your own signals is key, so you know when it's time to recharge.
And family, maybe the most important question of all. Who's in your corner? Who can you talk to when you're feeling overwhelmed? It could be a friend, a family member, a teacher. Just having one person you can count on can make all the difference in the world. Remember, you don't have to face any of this alone.